What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today we're doing a camera comparison between Samsung's most expensive flagship and Apple's most expensive flagship. Believe it or not, unless somebody can correct me in the comments section, these are the two most expensive base model devices in Europe, the UK and America. Notice I will not include China because I know for sure that the Vivo and the Huawei and the Xiaomi Folds are all a bit more expensive. But on sale in Europe, the US and UK, these are the two most expensive devices for their base models. And it's Samsung v Apple, the age-old battle, David versus Goliath. I'll let you figure out which one's which in that analogy, because I don't know. Anyway, I am taking my comparison slash blind camera test straight out of Max Tech, a channel that you should all follow and subscribe to for sure. They do the best camera comparisons and blind camera tests out there for sure, even though they are quite Apple biased. But hey, so am I. So, how this will work is I've got around 10 to 12 images slash videos. Each one lasts between 10 and 15 seconds. Before the clips finish, I will let you know which is the Apple, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and which is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. But pause the photos. Have a good look at them and then write down what you think is best. Will you surprise yourself? I will tell you that I couldn't do it fully blind, but I was trying to be as objective as possible. And for me, it was closer than I expected. I'll say that much. So, also let me know in the comments how you scored it. Did Apple win? Did Samsung win? Let me know. And were you also shocked and surprised? Before I show you the photos and videos that I have taken, I want to tell you a bit about the actual camera setup on both devices. The Samsung Z Fold 4 comes with a triple camera setup. That's the 50 megapixel wide lens, the 12 megapixel ultra wide, and the 12 megapixel 3x optical zoom lens. Yes, 3x optical zoom lens on the Fold device, thank goodness, and, well, without giving too much away, I'm happy they've included a 3x optical zoom lens. I still stand strong that a minimum 4x or 5x optical zoom should be included with every flagship device. But who am I to say that when Apple and Samsung, arguably two of the biggest in the world, don't do it on these devices. The iPhone is also a triple camera setup with its 48 megapixel main lens, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and 12 megapixel 3.3 optical zoom, but we'll call it a 3x optical zoom lens. Without further ado, let's go. So there we have it. Tell me, were you surprised? How did you score it? Leave that comment down below. I will tell you right now that I had the iPhone winning on most of the photos, to be honest, but not by much. With the main camera on video and photography with the Samsung, you'll notice it was slightly darker than the iPhone. These were all set to default settings. The iPhone offers RAW photography, RAW photos, and the Samsung has a 50 megapixel Pro mode. Both of these photos and videos can be color graded to pretty much match. What you should be looking out for is blowout, HDR, poor resolution, jumpiness, especially in the walking down the stairs clip. You'll note there that I didn't put action mode on and I didn't put super steady stabilization on the Samsung. That was its default stabilization settings, and that was deliberate because when you do activate action mode or the super steady stabilization, say that 10 times fast, it lowers the resolution. But for me, both were really comparable. I did give the zoom, as I often do, to Samsung. But again, what Apple can do from a 15 times digital image, the way they can keep it so sharp, is impressive. I mean, that A16 Bionics obviously got a lot to answer for too. So there we go. I scored it for the Apple to win. I can't remember the exact scores, but it was close. One thing I would say is, I don't have it anymore, but the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, in my opinion, is far behind both devices. Not just a little bit. So if anybody's looking at the start of this video and thinking this isn't the flagship, the S22 Ultra is actually a Samsung flagship, no. For me, the flagship should be the best phone that offers the best functionality at the highest price, and that's what the Z Fold 4 is. Where the Ultra obviously wins is got a dedicated 10 times optical zoom lens. Great. Go zoom in 100 times at some bird in a bikini, if that's what takes your fancy. But for most people, what the cameras on the Z Fold offer you are more than enough. And of course, iPhone is video king, but Samsung are bringing it back. Samsung really are. So that's been the camera comparison between the two devices. I am still using the Z Fold 4 as my daily driver, as the tech reviewers call it. But yeah, my main SIM card's in that phone. I still carry around both most of the time. I will be dropping a real review, a full review on the Z Fold 4 within the next 7 days or so. Spoiler alert, it's good. It's a good phone. If you were on the fence about buying the Z Fold 4, and for some reason my camera video that you've just watched persuades you, yeah, you will not be disappointed with all of the other features that the Z Fold offers, including battery life and blah blah blah, but we'll get into that. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, but this video is going to get me over the line, so if you haven't, please subscribe and like the video, and again, comment down below with your scores on this blind camera test. Till next time, peace.